Welcome back. Today, to roll into Leo season, I am doing love connection readings. These will be general readings, so they might not resonate for you. That's fine. Take the things that make you think, take the things that make you feel, leave everything else by the wayside. We're focusing on getting into your higher vibes, nobody else's. I'm going to stick with the 6-card spread that I have been pulling for the last few weeks. I really like the way that the energy flows, and I think the messaging is coming through really strong for me. So we're going to go with that if my cards would like to cooperate. All right, let's see what's going on for Virgo in love, July 25th until July 31st, 2021 for Virgo. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm going to move these down just a little bit so you can see them better, maybe. All right. Overall energy for you here, Virgo, is the 5 of Cups. Okay, we're living a little bit in the past right now, reminiscing and reflecting on old feelings. I think that's kind of consistent with what we're seeing down here. I got some pretty clear messages when we were laying the cards out. And it's interesting because Leo's read for this week was also sort of like I'm teetering on one side or the other. And I think that for you, it's a very similar sort of energy. Yours is coming from a place of living in the past, though. We're spending a lot of time reflecting on the past, which is a bit different. For the advice, we have the Fool, the Sun, 4 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So what has your attention right now, Virgo? The want to be carefree, the want to be able to throw yourself into things and just go for what makes you happy. Something is holding you back from doing that because you're seeing it as something external to you. It's like, I wish that I could be somebody that just goes after my happiness, but I just can't. And I'm not sure why you're thinking that way, but that's definitely the thought process, probably stemming again from this. We're living somewhere in the past where happiness maybe wasn't super available to us, or when we tried to go after happiness, it was taken away or stripped away from us in some way. But it's interesting as well because what you want right now, Virgo, is to step into happiness. You want to be able to do the things that fulfill you. You want to be able to be somebody who's carefree, to be somebody who is, benevolent and happy and just kind of putting themselves out there. But you're seeing it as external to you. And as a result, are not willing to be investing yourself in doing that. Not being willing to say that that's what you want, not being willing to take the action. So I'm going to spend my time focusing on all the ways that I could be happy, all the ways that my life could be running that would make me feel happy, make me feel abundant, make me feel joyful, make me feel like everything is coming up, Virgo, coming up for me. But I'm not willing to put the work in to get there. And it's an interesting thing about our thought processes, Virgo, thinking about the Leo reading. In that, what we think we become, okay? And what we think we attract. But you're sitting and thinking and thinking and thinking about happiness. It doesn't just happen in the thinking. You have to convert that thought into an action and make that action another action. Those actions lead to the happiness. Those actions lead to what we want. Right now, you're sitting in a place where you're ignoring taking action. You have your back completely turned to it. You're not interested. You're interested in living in this daydream that you don't think is actually conceivable for you, but it's not conceivable for you because you're not taking action. So let's clarify, see what else we can figure out here on it. I'll start with the 5 of Cups. Yeah, Knight of Emotions came through here. The Wheel. And the Ace of Inspiration. So, again, we're talking a love reading here, all right? This is all one and the same. I think for you, Virgo, you feel like having a love, having that true love is going to be the ticket to happiness. If only I found the right person, then I would be happy. But the last time I thought I found the right person, didn't work out. I think you feel like the last relationship you were in was kind of a whirlwind, that you didn't really have a lot of control over it. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of excitement, but as quickly as it began, it kind of ended. and you felt like it was very much out of your hands. And I think it was because it was like rooted in whims, but you became very emotionally attached to this person. And that is the relationship experience that you're carrying into what you're trying to do now. Now, let's take a look down here at the Four of Cups. The Empress, the Queen of Materials, and Awakening. Interesting. We've had a lot of major arcana come up too. So universe right now is really trying to help you, really trying to push you in the right direction, help you get through this kind of mindset problem. I think Virgo, yeah, it's like you have so much love to give, you so much inside of you that you want to share with somebody else, but you're not feeling like that somebody is out there for you. And it's like you're trying to come to terms with that. Like, you know, maybe my happy place, maybe this thought of like being with the right person at the right time in the right place is just fantasy. It's just something that happens in movies or on TV, and it's not for me. And it's like you're trying to reason that with yourself. And you're like, I could just be fine by myself. But again, what are you doing to try to advance this? If right now, Virgo, you want a partner, what are you doing to meet somebody? Or if you've been kind of meeting people, what are you doing to determine what it is exactly that you want or need in a partner? And then how are you filtering out these people you're meeting by that? Are you taking the time to get to know people? To me, it really feels like you're not taking any action here. It's like you want happiness, you want partnership, but I don't want to get on that dating app. I don't want to let my friends set me up. I don't want to go to that party. I don't want to, you know, whatever, insert fear here. And so instead of taking any action, I'm sitting and lamenting and being angry and being frustrated and brooding on this thought that, like, you know, I have so much to give. Someone should be so lucky to have me as their partner because I would give them the world. I would give them everything that I have. And Virgo, honestly, it's like, are you giving it to yourself? If you have all that love inside of you, all that passion inside of you, are you able to give that back to yourself so that you can see how worthy you are of somebody else giving it to you as well? And taking action to get the partnership that you want. I'm going to look at the Knight of Swords here, the only action card that's come up. Three of Materials, Seven of Inspiration, and the Three of Voices. Virgo, Virgo, baby. Listen, if you're not going to let anybody get close to you, then you're never going to fall in love. Pure and simple. If you're not willing to open up to others, you won't fall in love. If you're not willing to show people who you are authentically, you're not going to fall in love. If you're not willing to open conversations, if you're not willing to try new things, if you're not willing to put yourself just a little bit outside of your comfort zone, you're not going to fall in love. I see you here, you know, holding everybody at bay. I don't want anybody to be close to me. Not letting anybody get close to me. If I let somebody get close to me, I'm only going to end up hurt. I'm only going to end up in a position where I'm feeling disappointed. What I know is safe. That's very much the energy here. It's like, you know, how my home is now, how my life is now, that feels safe because it's familiar. And I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm somewhere unfamiliar. And that can look like having conversations with people we don't know very well, with going on a date, with kissing somebody for the first time, with letting somebody get to know you. I think, Virgo, I know it's very easy for you to go internal, to go inside of yourself and want to really analyze things and break things down and kind of live in this internal world and shell. You know, the Hermit is your card in this deck. But the only place that we find love is external of our shell. It starts here. It has to start inside of you, in there. You need to spend some of that time in you, giving yourself love. Give yourself your love languages in whatever way that looks like. If you're somebody who needs gifts, buy yourself a gift. If you're somebody who needs touch, find ways to experiment with touch, with physical sensation on your own. Okay? Once we start to give ourselves love, once we start to really give ourselves authentic, genuine, non-judgmental love, it becomes easier to allow others to do the same because we know how we need to be loved. And for you right now, it really looks to me like you think love is something that's just going to come in and happen to you, and that happiness is just going to come in and happen to you. But if you're not taking any action towards it, and it really looks like you're not right now, it's never going to come. So if what you're looking for is to find a new love, because this for me is very strong, like single Virgo energy. If what you want is love, if what you want is partnership, it has to start with first loving yourself, and second, putting yourself out there, even a little bit. You don't have to like go on an app and be talking to 25 people at the same time. Go on and maybe find one and talk to them. And if it doesn't seem like they're well aligned with you, then okay, we end the conversation. We maybe try to talk to somebody else. But not taking action is never going to get you anywhere. And if this Six of Pentacles can teach you anything at all, you get out what you put in. Okay, so whatever of yourself you're willing to invest, however much energy you're willing to invest in the problem you're looking to solve in love, that's what you're going to get out of it. That's the amount of energy that's going to come back to you. So while it might be scary and while we might be living in the past where the last time I put myself out there, it seemed really great off the bat and then fizzled out. If that's the energy that you're bringing into every new dating scenario with you, then you're never going to allow any dating scenario to really come full term, to really blossom for you. So trust that not everything's going to be the same as the past and know that action is where we need to start. I really hope this helped you, Virgo. If it did, leave me a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. It means the world to me. And I'll see you back here next week.